Still higher at about, I think, 18-19%. Okay, now 25% as I speak with you. Inox Wind quoting at 408 rupees. Joining us now is Mr. Deepak, Director of Inox Wind. Mr. Ashar, good morning and thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations, great listing. But now that you are free to tell us, how does the year ahead look, or rather FY16 itself?
Good morning and thank you very much for your kind words. We are extremely bullish on the sector based on the encouragement that the government is placing on renewable energy, the fiscal and non-fiscal incentives that it is providing to this sector. We believe that this sector is set for unprecedented growth, and with the assets that we have built in this company and in this business, we believe that we'll be in a very strong position to take advantage of the sectoral outlook.
What kind of revenues have you posted in FY15 itself? I think we have your financials saying 2,400 crore by way of revenues. So that would be almost a 40%, 50% jump over the previous year. Does FY16 look as good?
We should be able to maintain a very strong momentum of growth. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to talk about futuristic numbers because we are restricted by SEBI guidelines in terms of what we can talk. We can only share information that is in the public domain, and what is in the public domain is December 14 numbers, which are 100% higher than December 13 numbers. But as I said, we expect the sector to grow significantly, and we expect it to be able to maintain a very strong momentum of growth for our company as well.
Okay. Mr. Ashar, good morning. Congratulations on a strong listing. I know you can't share detailed numbers, but at least you can give us a ballpark target of what your growth will look like in terms of revenues and margins, and also what your order book growth, currently your order book stands at, I think, about 1,200 megawatts or so. What kind of growth should we envisage from the company?
Well, I can only say this. Historically, if you look at how the sector has evolved over the last 2 or 3 years, the sector has either degrown or remained virtually flat. And in that kind of a backdrop, Inox Wind has grown at about 70% per annum consistently for the last 4 years. Now, when the sector is actually expected to grow dramatically going forward, one can imagine what kind of growth the rates Inox Wind can post. As I said, we are extremely proud of the very strong asset base that we have built, and we are eminently positioned to take advantage of the growth potential that this sector will offer. Unfortunately, apologies, I cannot discuss specific financial numbers going forward.
I have a feeling once your stock lists, you are not under the same obligation as you are before listing, Mr. Ashar, but suit yourself. I just want to know how comparable you are to thermal and solar. As well, is the government helping you in any way? Are you seeing the regulatory environment better for FY16?
Well, first of all, compared to thermal, if you compare to the life cycle cost of generating power through wind, we believe it is as competitive, if not more competitive than thermal, because of the fact that in wind there is no marginal cost, and therefore the tariff at which that you sell power is fixed for the next 20 years, whereas in thermal power there is a fuel pass-through, and hence if you look at the life cycle costs and look at fuel cost projections going forward, the cost of buying power from thermal sources over a 20-year period would probably be higher than what it would be through wind. As far as solar is concerned, I think there exists significant research on the fact that the solar energy cost is about 25 to 30% higher than wind, and therefore we believe that looking at the current economic situation, wind offers a very, very compelling and competitive source of energy for India.
All right. All the best for the quarters to come, Mr. Ashar, and congratulations once again on a fabulous listing, 31% higher now. But let's resume our conversation that we were having with Mr. Guleria of Honda. Nilesh, questions for him?
Yeah, I have a question that you mentioned that, of course, scooter demand has been far better than, demand for motorcycles. What I really want to understand is that, is this just India-Bharat